basically, when they react, we give them a heat source through an external igniter, which will give the heat, the required amount of heat for both this
You guys hear
fuel
me?
and the oxidizer to combine and form, give out the products, um, which is basically a huge amount of exhaust gases. And these gases are then ejected out of the engine through the nozzle, which thereby hits the ground and imparts momentum to the motor in the opposite direction. So when the exhaust gases are thrown out downwards, the motor, that's basically the rocket, tends to move upwards. So
Ananya,
that's about
Someshi has also
propulsion.
joined, so she can explain the
Okay,
why do we need.
Someshi, uh, yeah, Someshi, you can continue.
Where is she here? She's left again. Or like she has left again. You can continue.
Okay. Okay, so basically this is just a GIF telling how much of gas is produced, and this is, see, the rocket going up here is the result of propulsion. Okay, so why do we need it? Basically, we need propulsion to produce a thrust, which helps the rocket to gain the higher velocity for it to move upwards or to reach a higher altitudes. Along with producing thrust, propulsion is also used in order to change and control the velocity and change the direction. Second, yeah, change the direction and also to control the velocity. As we were pretty jobless, we just went through the types of propulsion systems. So basically, there are two propulsion systems. One is chemical system, and the other one is inert systems. Under chemical systems, we have four types. Basically, the propulsion systems is based on the propellants we use. Um, under that, under the chemical systems, we have four types: that's solid, liquid, gas, and hybrid. So basically, solid propellants are the propellants, basically the fuel and the oxidizer are combined into a solid state. So that makes it up to be which is then kept as a cylinder, so that becomes solid. In liquid propellants, both the fuel and the oxidizer are in liquid state, which is then pumped into the combustion chamber and then further ignited. Then we have gas propellants. Both the fuel and the oxidizer are in gas state, which is
You
then,
can
it and
skip this part. There are the third team is also there.
okay.
Hmm.
So finally, we have hybrid propellants, and then we have inert systems. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope you guys are clear with what is propulsion, all right, and why do we need it. So second team, second group, second room. Sukita, Shambhavi, Trisha, Tanushree. Yeah.
ऋषा कहाँ है?
Hello.
Trisha? हाँ.
Yeah. Audible.
Can you share the screen?
Wait, let me check.
I'm also recording the meeting in case you guys need the explanation again. We can see Trisha.
Yeah. So as Ananya has already explained, what is rocket propulsion and what are the types of propulsion, solid and liquid propulsion. So I would like to start with the
Trisha,
process.
you can explain that part again, not a problem.
Okay. So why do we need propulsion? Because of the weight of the rocket, which is 4.4 million pounds, the rockets really rely on the powerful propulsion system so that it can use the force to move a rocket off the ground and into the atmosphere. And for this propulsion to take place, reaction is the combustion reaction, which is the combustion of fuel and oxygen plus heat, and it exerts a high pressure gas. For this combustion, we need an igniter, and the chemical reaction takes place mm, because of this rocket propellant, which can be solid or liquid propellant. For the solid propellant, we have fuel and oxidizer as the combined solid, and for the liquid propulsion, the fuel and oxidizer are stored separately, then later they are combined and ignited. Solid propulsion rockets, primarily used as boosters for launch, tend to be safer, more reliable, lighter, and lower in cost. So here is the picture of the combustion reaction which takes place in the combustion chamber, and it exerts a high pressure gas, and this gas tends to move towards the convergent section, and when it reaches the throat of this chamber, the velocity must be Mach equal to 1, and then when it reaches the divergent section, its velocity increases suddenly, and the propulsion is achieved. I have more pictures. This is a picture of the igniter. So for the igniter to get ignited with the fire, we have to ignite it with a voltage of 12 VDC. It's an example over here. So after it reaches a certain voltage that can ignite that can burn out this flammable igniter head, then it suddenly burns out. After here is a DC voltage which keeps on rising, and the current also starts rising as when we uh, I mean when we apply that voltage, and when it reaches a knee voltage, you can say, then the igniter suddenly burns out, and the flame also comes out, and the reaction of combustion takes place. And then so here first, at the very beginning, the thrust increases with time because the pressure is way too much, and within a short impulse of time, due to large amount of pressure, the thirst increases, and the propulsion of the propellant also gets exhausted, and at a certain after reaching a certain height, then it reaches a zero level. As you can see, it totally burns out, the propellant totally burns out, and there this graph also comes down. First it rises up, and then then it maintains this stable position after some time, and it directly goes down when the total propellant gets exhausted. So here there is a sustainer phase. At some time, the propellant burns to the casing wall, and there is a certain drop in the burning surface area. Now the propellant is only burning forward, and the burning surface area remains constant. This is known as sustainer phase. So that's it. Do you guys understand?
All right.
Yeah.
Trisha,
Yeah.
can you just show the nozzle one?
Nozzle.
Not this one. The Mark 1. Yeah, this one. So Mark 1. Not this one. Yes, this one. So guys, I just want to explain something. Gas flow in a rocket nozzle, in case you guys didn't understand. So combustion chamber, combustion takes place, then the pressure you can see, it goes in the convergent section. There's the throat and there's the divergent section. All right. You guys must have read Bernoulli's principle in 11 or 12. I'm not sure when. So according to Bernoulli's principle, if you have a pipe which has a at the one end the diameter is really big, at the other end the diameter is really small, Then if you push water through it, at the smaller diameter end, the water will have higher velocity. Okay, the same thing is used here. You can see this conversion section actually increases the velocity to Mach 1. Okay, the Mach 1. See, in the combustion chamber and the conversion section, the speed is subsonic. Okay, subsonic means lower than the speed of sound. Okay, then there's the truth. This is where all the magic happens, at which is Mach 1. So this is where it hits supersonic. Okay, and then there's the divergence section. Now you must think that why don't we just keep the throat as small only? It's not possible actually, because there are pressures not only going outside this nozzle, the nozzle itself is also facing a lot of pressure, strain and stress inside the body. Now when you guys were reading mechanical engineering in maybe first time or second sem, you must have read about the cylinders. When there is a burst inside the cylinder, like there's usually a burst only. So what happens is that the cylinder body also faces a kind of stress or strain. Same thing will happen with the combustion chamber. Okay, and same thing will happen with the throat. Now the throat might explode in between, and hence we cannot keep it just like the throat. We have to add a divergence section as well. We are increasing the speed as well to Mach 1 and then allowing it to flow. Okay, this is just one part I have to explain. And you saw that there was something like a Tisha, can you go to next slide once? Next picture. Next one. Next one. The one.
Only this.
The one with the
This is the last slide I have.
the igniter switch. The left. So here you can see this one, high resistance bridge wire. This is nothing but what happens is that the ignition system, it's not like a Diwali rocket that you're going to do all it. You can't just burn your Fulgari and then place it below the rocket. What you have to do is use the electronic system like this one, place it inside the motor. All right, motor will be explained now. When you place it inside the motor, this thing, once you apply voltage across it, current will flow through it, 1 amp, 2 amps, and it will burn. Okay, when this high resistance bridge burns, the flammable igniter, it can be phosphorus also, it also burns. Okay, and this burning in turn provides heat for the whole combustion to take place inside the motor. Okay, so that's all I had to add. Okay, Tisha, you can stop sharing. The third team's content is also really important. Okay, classes of motor, why we have A, B, C, D, E, why the naming is like that, that will be explained. All right, third team.
Okay. So, yeah, in third team, we have Ritika, Vaishali, Atharva, Abhishek, Sachin, Charishma, and me, Ayush. Okay. So, we got topic types of propulsion and classes of motor. As Ananya and Trisha already explained types of propulsion, so can I move to classes of motor?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Bharadeep?
Yeah.
Okay. So, classes of motor basically, like Abhishek and Atharva explained us. So in classes of motor, we have A to O class, from A to O class. And see, we didn't made any PPT for this, but we have, give me a sec. Can you see it?
Just
Hello.
pin to Ayush's video, guys. Pin to Ayush's video.
Okay, so we have this half, 1/4, and full. Okay, this is the motor like thrust, we can say that. And we will use the I class, basically the I class motor. Okay, because in I class motor, burn up of the motor will like is fast, and impulse is more correct than other classes of motor. And I class is generally used in like high power, it's considered as a high powered motor. Okay. So and we use different types of shapes to stuff the motor, to stuff the part in which we are like fixing the motor. So I'll share my screen once. Okay. Hmm. Screen start now. Can you see
Okay,
my
by then,
screen?
sorry, Ayush, by then I'll just say कि since A to O, we have told कि A to O है, तो
हाँ.
that is approximately around 1.26 Newton per second. And B class is again 2.5, so it is double the A. And M wala is not required, and E below E are considered low power rocket motors. Motors F and G are considered mid power, and high H and high. H and above are high motors. So I, which he talked about, is a high motor. Also O, the last classification O is usually known as the amateur rocketry, which is used in how do I say? Not the final rocket which will go into the orbit. So these are the classifications of motors. Mm,
Are you guys getting it? No.
Okay. Ayush, can you just show once? Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me? The number is decreasing drastically. 12 participants.
Yeah, we answer.
All right.
So base.
Yeah,
Oh, भाई sorry, मैं अपना statement वापस ले रहा हूँ. Sorry.
yeah.
So
Ayush, just go to classes of motor. भाई ये इतना in detail अभी नहीं चाहिए.
so हाँ, stuffing के लिए Abhishek told us we have different, like Abhishek explained.
अभिषेक है ही नहीं कॉल पे. Just go to classes
इतनी
of
पता है
motor.
क्लास.
नहीं सुन. Just go to classes of motor and अगर तू explain नहीं करेगा मैं कर दूंगा, problem नहीं.
हाँ तू कर दे. अभी इतनी पता है जितना बताया.
Okay. हाँ. So classes of motor guys, just हाँ तू डिस्प्ले करते रहे. आयुष मतलब तेरा वो रिटर्न जो है चीज डिस्प्ले करते रहे. हाँ. So classes of motor, as you can see, from A to O. All right, I accidentally said I. So A is 2.5 kilonewtons per second. Now, what do you mean by kilonewtons? Sorry, not kilonewtons, I believe. Just a minute. I think it was newtons per second. All right. So that's the force or thrust it is giving. Okay. And then there's the B class. Okay, B class is 5 Newton per second. Okay, I'm not sure about I think it's Newton only. Let's just consider Newton for now. And then C class is again the double of B, that is 10 Newton per second. All right. So this is how it keeps on increasing till O. Okay. So what you can say is 2 A class motors is equivalent to 1 B class motor. 4 A class motors is equals to 1 C class motor. That's the analogy we're using. And this 2.5 Newton per second motor is good if you are launching a very, very small rocket, all right? The rocket should be actually small like this one, the Diwali rocket that we have. Okay. Now, what Atharva was saying, I believe we need some I-class motor, all right? So you can do the calculation and just find out how much I-class is. Everything is given in the G drive link. I-class, how much Newton per second? I think 300 or 400 something, or maybe less, I'm not sure. So you can just see it directly there, all right? So that's the classes of motor that we are talking about. And the coding, all right, we have color coding for resistors. Similarly, we have coding for rocket motors as well. The coding can be something like C615. Okay, So C, first of all, you know that is a C class type motor. Okay. Now 6, I 6 क्या था? Can you just tell? C615. I remember the C was the class type, and 15 is the average thrust. Okay. These all are very confusing terms if you have not read the documents properly. What I'm trying to show here is that you guys have to read the documents properly. Today you got a gist of what exactly propulsion is, classes of motor, and how we have to make solid propellant, liquid propellant. Solid propellant has advantages, disadvantages. Liquid propellant has advantages, disadvantages. All right. Liquid basically can leak, first of all right, but liquid can be a controlled combustion. All right. So you can slowly seep the liquid out of the rocket motor, but solid advantages are that it won't leak easily. All right. It's much more stable than liquid in terms of shape. Okay. Liquid, it can take any shape. So solid won't take has a solid shape. And the problem with solid is that solid has oxidizers already embedded in it. All right. So it can combust anytime if you don't keep it properly. That's one of the problems of solid motors. Okay. Solid motors, the propellant can be what they say, sorbitol, I believe. And sorbitol is nothing but glucose, sucrose, and everything. And oxidizer can be potassium nitrate. All right. So I have also uploaded videos, I uploaded the links for the videos in the documents. I hope you guys watch it. Can you guys hear me?
रुक आ रहा है.
No, can you guys hear me? वो पूछा.
कहाँ?
Hello?
कहीं को भी.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
हाँ. All right. I'm really sorry for
Your voice is just breaking.
prolonging a bit. Really sorry. ए यार मेरा नेट भी खराब हो रहा है अभी. God damn. अच्छा, okay. No problem.
कल करें?
नहीं. तो let's end them. That's why I said कि extra time नहीं करना चाहिए, because you guys didn't go through the documents. That's why you took more time. Okay. Now I won't complain about it. Okay. Some of you are asking for 10 minutes. Some of you are asking for 3 minutes. अगर जल्दी होता तो 10 minutes का भी काम नहीं है. All right. Now just I hope you guys have got good information about the propulsion system, propulsion. Let's go with recovery.
Actually.
Let's go with recovery. It's quite easy, guys. You guys have now made the documents, read about it. So that was the main thing, because I knew कि पढ़ोगे नहीं. I'm not saying क्योंकि मैं भी स्टूडेंट ही हूँ. ठीक है. I know mentality कैसा होता है हम लोग का. मैंने भी नहीं पढ़ा. मैं रात को पढ़ा था पूरा. ठीक है. I was sure कि only few of you must have read. ठीक है. Pure. एक मिनट. तो that's why I have kept it as like this. ठीक है. So let's just continue with recovery. Now it's up to you how fast you can finish.
Now.
Meeting is over. Okay. So end with recovery. Recovery doesn't have much, to be honest. It's mainly the types. Okay. So you guys have the recovery documents with you. I've already shared. Yes, Ananya, it's now. The discussion time is 10 minutes. All right. Here are the topics. I'll again divide into 3 groups. What is recovery? 2 minutes. Why do we need recovery system? 2 minutes. Types of recovery system? 3 minutes. All right. So 3 groups. Guys, please note down it somewhere. Group 1. What
फिर से रिपीट कर यार, तेरा वॉइस ब्रेक होता है.
Okay.
अपनी बिल्ली को कर रहा है.
What is recovery system? Types of recovery system और एक और था.
Is my voice audible or सिर्फ
Why do we need?
अथर्वा भाई देख।
नहीं इट्स ऑडिबल।
हाँ तो वही तो जल्दी खत्म करो, मेरे को
Same
भी
group
जाना है,
से?
ऐसा नहीं है सिक्का। हाँ ग्रुप 3 टाइप्स ऑफ रिकवरी सिस्टम, आई इमीडिएटली
मेरे को तो आधा घंटे
Groups.
पहले जाना था।